Oh, Messino, I'm back. We're back. This is the James W. Weiner Memorial Wellness Week, number 102, the 102nd Wellness Week. So, in case you haven't figured it out by now, we don't do them once a year. Okay, we do five a year, and then you can multiply that out by how many years we've been doing this. The Wellness Week, of course, was the brainchild of the architect himself, Mr. Jamie Dorley, owner, CEO of the World of Wellness and Nutritional Frontiers. And over the years, it's been perfected. You know, we had earlier this week our keynote speaker for the week, Dr. Bob Rakowski from Houston, Texas, internationally acclaimed speaker in the nutrition and wellness industry. And I had the pleasure of taking him back to the airport. And he said to me on that ride, he goes, you guys are doing something that no one else in this country is doing. No one. Now, that's a claim we've made over the years, but to hear it from someone coming in from the outside and experiencing it for the very first time, and he said, I'll be back. We can make it even bigger. Well, that's all we had to hear. But as Dr. Bob said, there's nothing like this anywhere in the country. A whole week of wellness, a whole week of information, a whole week of samples, a whole week of free food, a whole week of great discounts and great energy. That's the Wellness Week. So today, I'm going to round off the workshops today with a discussion about the Great Pyramid of Health. And this is important because, for years we have been subjected to the food pyramid. The food pyramid that was, designed, orchestrated by the Agricultural Department and the Food and Drug Administration, one and the same probably. But they orchestrated and designed the food pyramid over the years. They even revised it recently. And it wasn't any better. I mean, they tried, but it wasn't any better. They still had cereal and Fruit Loops and Fruity Pebbles up there in the big category. So I don't know what the hell they're doing. But anyhow, we decided a few years back that we would, instead of a food pyramid, we'd come up with a pyramid of health. Because it's not just about food. Yes, food plays a big part. We're going to get to that. But, before you can even do that, a pyramid has at its base a foundation, the strongest foundation there is. Without that foundation, nothing else on top of it matters. So the foundations to the Great Pyramid of Health have nothing to do really with, dietary supplements. Of course they have something to do with food, but let's talk about these foundations for life. These are things you can do without any help from anyone. It's all from you. Foundations in your life. The first one that I want to talk about, and let me list them first, and then we'll talk about them specifically. They are emotional wellness, movement, elimination, hydration, sleep, and nutrition. Those are the 6 foundations. So let's think about it and let's take a look at each one of those a little bit more in detail. Let's start with emotional wellness. And this is a good one because this is something that you really, and only you, can do, is improve your own emotional wellness because it comes from within. Out of all the foundations, this one truly comes from within. It starts with your thoughts. Folks, thoughts are things. Thoughts have a vibration. Thoughts have a frequency. They're real. There isn't a thing in this universe that does not have a frequency, including your thoughts. Like thoughts produce like actions, activity, and results. Now, this isn't easy. It may be the single most difficult of all the foundations because it's so easy. It's so easy to get off the beaten path when it comes to your thoughts, isn't it? They say, I don't know, I've heard numbers like hundreds of thousands of thoughts you have all day long, and I don't know how many a minute, but most of them, if you think about it and you're honest with yourself, they're not good, are they? Most of your thoughts are not good. So guess what's happening? You're sending that vibration out into the universe, and what's going to come back? That which is like unto itself is drawn. The law of attraction. That which is like unto itself is drawn. Now, the problem with the law of attraction is it's hard to do. It's simple, but it's not easy. You've got to control. If you control your thoughts, you can control your life. Now, let me ask you a question. How many emotions are there? Anybody want to take a guess in the audience? How many emotions are there? Give me a number. 20. There's a number. Anybody else? 1,000. Wow. Guess what? You're both wrong. You know how many emotions there are? Good and bad. 2. That's it. There's 2 emotions. It's either good or it isn't, and that's how you feel. All the rest, come on, we had to bring up names for them. I mean, think about it. Your emotions, here's a quote I heard a long time ago. Your emotions are the GPS to your life. Everybody in here ever use a GPS? Yeah. Does it ever tell you can't get there from here? No. Okay. But your emotions are what guide you in your life. All right. So we're in control of that. Again, simple, not easy. So I'll ask you, how do you feel? Good. That's it. Come on. How do you feel? You know what? I'd love everybody to stop doing this one nasty habit. You know what that is? Hi, how are you? Good. How are you? I mean, how mechanical are those responses, right? Hi, how you doing? Good. How are you? How about how do you feel? How about unbelievable for an answer? Epic, Dr. Bob. Yeah, epic. I love that one. As good as it gets. Exactly. Let's change it a little bit. Let's change it up. Guilt. My least favorite emotion of them all. You know why? It's wasted. Because it's usually about something in the past that you can't change. It's wasted emotion. Of course, religions have made an institution out of guilt. But how about this quote? Worrying is using your imagination to create something you don't want to happen. Think about that. Worrying is using your imagination to create something you don't want. Now, how often do you worry about something? Is it something you want to happen? No. Then why are you doing it? You're giving it strength. You're giving it vibration. You're giving it frequency. You can go as far back as the Bible if you want for the law of attraction. There's a verse, as a man thinketh, so shall he be. That's right out of the Bible. It's been around forever. Now, one thing that you can start doing, and again, this takes some effort, but for emotional wellness, one thing you can start doing is start telling the story of how you want your life to be instead of how it is. How many times do you talk to somebody and all they tell you about is everything going wrong with them? Everything that's going bad in their life. Stop telling the story of how your life is and start telling the story of how you want it to be. And then my favorite quote of all when it comes to life, and that is, there's no such thing as a normal life. There's just life. Get on with it. Get on with it. Stop worrying. Stop using your imagination to create something you don't want. Get on with life. Emotional wellness. Okay. Next one is movement. and the foundations, movement. Notice I didn't say exercise. I said movement. Okay, we got to get up. You got to get up and you got to move. You got to use those big leg muscles, and you've got to use your arms and use your shoulders. You don't have to be at the gym every day. You've got to move your body, and everybody can. Everybody can, no matter how little. You got to start somewhere, but movement is important. Our bodies were designed to move, not to sit for 8, 10, 12 hours a day. Do you hear the quote that sitting is the new smoking? That's how bad it is for our health. That's how bad. And so just so Phil doesn't have to come up and adjust the camera, I'll sit down for a little bit. But we're walking all day in here, aren't we? Right? We're walking. We're going up and down the steps. We're moving. Not at the moment, but that's okay. Next, I want to talk a little bit about elimination as a foundation. Elimination, or as the former Surgeon General of the United States would say, you know who that was? Oprah Winfrey. Remember when she was the Surgeon General for the United States? She thought she was. She thought she was. But she started talking about poop, and then all of a sudden it was okay to talk about it. Oprah gave the okay. Yeah. And it's important. It's part of life. Do you know there's a stigmatism that's placed on it sometimes? You know, little kids get that drilled into them. I mean, it's like from a young age, this is a great part of life. If you don't do it, you die. You back up and you die. You got to poop every day. Now, how many times? Well, that's up for debate. Doc used to say once for every meal from the day before. So if you ate 2 meals a day before, you should go twice the next day. Okay? That's how you know you're eliminating waste from your body. Elimination. And you know, detoxification is all about elimination. Do you know that you detox every day without even trying? Do you know that? Every time you exhale, you are detoxifying your lungs. Every time you urinate or move your bowels, you are detoxifying. Every time you sweat, you're detoxifying. And every time a woman menstruates, she's detoxifying. So it's not something you have to say, I'm going to do a detox. Well, yeah, a lot of people are so backed up, they may have to add a little more, but your body does it every day, naturally. Let's talk about hydration for a minute. Another foundation. Now, we all agree we need good, pure, clean water every single day. But I'll tell you, I'm not a big proponent of these drinking, 8 to 10 ounce, 8 ounce bottles of water every day. First of all, they're probably in plastic, and that isn't helping you. But what most people don't realize is that water is in your food. Can you eat your water? Well, actually, I think you can. Look at this slide. Watermelon is. Oh, sorry. I said water, Phil. Come on. I said hydration. Come on. My director's running behind over here. There we go. Take a look at this. Watermelon is 96% water. Bell peppers are 94% water. Greens, lettuce, 96% water. Even cauliflower, 91% water. Look at cucumbers. Cucumbers are 96% water, and the rest of it are great nutrients for your body. Blueberries, 95%. Not to mention their antioxidant capacity. Not to mention how good they are for your eyes. So if you are eating good, clean fruits and vegetables, especially these, you're getting a good deal of your water, your daily water. The rest you better get from pure water. It can't be tap water. It cannot be tap water. It's loaded. We don't have to get into that in detail, but fluoride, chlorine, and all the lead and all the toxins. No, that's not what we want. So, filters. Let's talk about that for a quick second. There are lots of filters out there. You know what? Bottom line is use one. I don't care which one. Use one. Whatever you do is going to be better than drinking tap water. That's the most important thing. Whatever you do is going to be better. Now, I use one called Aqua Gear, Gear, Aqua Gear. And it's a pitcher, and the filter lasts, I think, about 150 or 200 gallons. It's about $60 for the filter, but it lasts a long time, and it takes out fluoride. Brita doesn't. It takes out chlorine too, and all the other toxins. It's one of the few, if the only one I've ever saw that's a pitcher that actually takes out fluoride. Aqua Gear. So use that. Now, here's the thing. I don't drink tap water, Joe. Oh, yes, you do. Did you ever go to a restaurant and have a cup of coffee? Church. Yep. Do you ever go and have a glass of water with ice in it? You got double duty there. You got the ice cubes, right? How about some iced tea? Yeah. How about in the food when they cook it? Now, that's a great point. You know, you can always count on the architect to add something. But you know why? That pitcher that I just told you about, you know what I do with it? I bought over the years a bunch of sparkling water, Italian sparkling water. And when the bottles are empty, they're in glass, right? They're glass bottles. So I fill them with this pitcher water that I take the fluoride and chlorine out. And I have stacks of them. So that when I need to cook and I need to boil my pasta, my organic imported pasta from Italy, I use my filtered, purified water. I don't use tap water. That's where everybody misses. They think they can cook with it. If you boil it, it's okay. No, it's not. I mean, your ice cubes. You got to make your ice cubes with purified water. Because you're going to go somewhere and you're not going to have it. So take every opportunity you can with water. And then I'll take it one step further. And I've been saying this for years. Get one of those filters for your shower. Take out the chlorine when you're get that pounding hot water into your pores. And it's driving the chlorine right in. Get yourself a filter for your shower. All right, so hydration is important. We know that. Sleep. Let's talk about sleep. Did you ever hear that quote? As you get older, you need less sleep. Did you ever hear that? That's so wrong. It's so wrong. We all need sleep from an infant, from the cradle to the grave, right? We need sleep. How much do you need? Anybody know? Good one. Now that makes up for your last answer. You need a good 7 hours, folks. Good 7 hours of sleep. 6 will be 8, even better. 7's the sweet spot. Now, sleep has been referred to as our body's life support system. Think about that. You ever watch one of those shows, those science fiction shows or in space, whatever, and they say, make sure the life support system stays on in the ship. That's the last thing to go. Well, the last thing to go in you is your life support system. And you know how you fortify it is by sleep. The more you sleep, the long, oh, well, you know what? Short sleep equals short life. Sleep. Your body regenerates. Your body grows. It repairs. It does everything it's supposed to do when you sleep. And I want to say one thing about sleep. And this is the one thing that's probably plagued a lot of people over the years. And that is, well, I only get up to go to the bathroom and pee. No, you didn't. You got up, you went to the bathroom because you woke up. You didn't wake up because you had to pee. You had to pee because you woke up. There's a big difference. You get into a good, solid REM sleep, your body systems will shut down. You don't have to pee when you're sleeping. It's when you wake up. That's why you need sleep time or calm day to keep that mind from racing, because that is what wakes you up. Okay, now let's get into nutrition, the last of the foundations. And nutrition is multifaceted, folks. It really is. Why? Well, because, I've heard about the phrase, Jamie uses this one a lot, and Dr. Weiner used to use this one a lot. When the allopathic physicians say food has nothing to do with whether you get better or not. Well, stop eating. It has nothing to do with it. Just stop. You don't need it. See how long you last. Of course it does. Of course it does. But good food, doing what Hippocrates said, is impossible today. It's impossible. Food cannot be your medicine. Medicine cannot be your food today. Food supply is just that depleted, that unnutrient. It's just, even if you're eating 100% organic, it's grown in soil that's depleted of its mineral and vitamin content. So you can't live by food alone. That's another phrase I reworked from the Bible. Instead of can't live by bread alone, you can't live by food alone. You must supplement. You guys know that. You're here. Where do we start? Well, it all starts with what you put in your mouth. It all starts with the gut. It all starts with gut health. And the next, line of the pyramid is about gut health. Gut health is multifaceted. There's multiple types of enzymes. There's multiple types of probiotics. And sometimes before you even get to the probiotics and the enzymes, you've got to reinforce, heal the integrity of the gut. We'll get to that. You got to make sure that what you're taking, whether it's by a supplement form or by food, is staying where it should stay and not leaking out. And the bacteria is not leaking in. So the gut integrity is number one. And then you've got to, once you have your gut repaired, and believe me, folks, everybody needs to repair their gut. All of us, every single one of us has some form of gut deterioration. Then you repopulate it. Now, once you've repopulated it with good bacteria, now let's make sure that the food that you do eat, you assimilate into your body and get the micronutrients from the macronutrients that you're eating. So, some of those things. You want to heal the gut? DI Complete. This is the number one gut repair formula. Why? Because it has the amount of L-glutamine that's in the clinical trials, 5 grams. It has zinc carnosine that's used to heal peptic ulcers. This has had tremendous clinical success throughout this country. Dr. Len Brantzowitz uses it as a foundation formula for every patient he sees. He knows they all have gut deterioration. Repopulate then. Probiotics. Take your pick. Frontier Biotics is a good choice. Probezyme, the number one formula, the first one we ever had, new and improved. Can't go wrong. How is it new and improved? Well, it now has a patented form of Bacillus coagulans called lactospore. This is a soil-based probiotic. Is that important? Yeah, for 2 reasons. Number one, it's nature's first probiotic. And number two, it's shelf stable. It's not from dairy, it's from the soil, it's shelf stable. Okay? So you don't have to refrigerate Probezyme. You don't have to. It stays good on the shelf. The second thing we improved Probezyme with was we added something called Optizyme. Now, that's part of the enzyme blend. Probezyme is probiotics and digestive enzymes, right? Well, this now has a component to help you digest and process gluten called GD4. Everybody talks about gluten this, gluten that. Everybody's gluten free, so they think. Well, this takes care of it. It'll help anyway. And then we added inulin, which is a prebiotic, because then you always get those people to say, well, what about prebiotics? Okay. We got it all in one. Everything in Probezyme. Prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes, all in one. Some people need something called Betazyme. Why? Because if you know anybody, or if you yourself have had your gallbladder removed, you're not making bile, and you can't process fat, and you can't absorb fat soluble nutrients. This is what you'll need: Betazyme. It has something in it called betaine hydrochloride, which will stimulate stomach acid production so that you can break down fats and proteins. It also has something called oxbile, which will take the place of what your gallbladder would have been doing. It never fails, even to this day. Every time we get somebody that comes in here and says, we ask them, did you have your gallbladder out? And they say yes. And we say, did your doctor tell you that you need a digestive enzyme for the rest of your life? You could bet the house they're going to say no. Absolutely 100% of the time. And then our best overall full spectrum digestive enzyme, Cybezyme. Absolutely the most comprehensive, most complete digestive enzyme that we have on the shelf. Okay, the next rung of the pyramid is macro and micronutrients. Okay, now you think, well, why is that third? Well, remember, you want to fortify the gut to receive the nutrients before you bring them in. So now macro and micronutrients. What are those? Macronutrients are proteins, carbs, fiber, and fat. Micronutrients are vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and omega-3 fatty acids and amino acids. These are the things you derive from the macronutrients. Problem is the food supply. Did you see the thing in the news about this new genetically modified pork that's out there? Unbelievable. Genetically modified pork. Why? What's wrong with the all natural pork? I don't know. And then you got the genetically modified, ingredient laden, toxic, fake meat. Impossible, the right name. Beyond, yes. They're beyond meat and they're impossible because there's no way there's any nutrient value there. All it is chemicals. Okay, food supply is tough. It's hard to navigate. How do you do it? Well, a couple of things. You go grass-fed, you go pastured, okay? You go free range, you go wild caught. These are things you can try to do, but then you're going to go to a restaurant. And it's not going to be free range, pastured, wild caught, or grass fed. So you've got to supplement your diet, no matter how clean you think you're eating. And we made it easy. We had Frontier Biotics a Frontier multivitamin for a long time. One of the best multivitamins on the market. It had a good superfood blend in it, in a capsule, had all the activated vitamins and minerals. But, we started to get a little bit more specific. We really started to create a prenatal. And that went through development, and then it became a childbearing years formula, and then it became a women's complete multivitamin. It's the most complete multivitamin on the market, women's complete for women. We took women's health into consideration with this. We put the lactospore probiotics in here, the bacillus coagulum, the shelf-stable probiotics. They're in here. There's a green superfood blend, the methylated folate that is so important. It's all in here. In fact, this multi, before we came out with the men's complete, men and women were both taking it. That's how good it is. But then we got to the drawing board and we said, well, we need a men's complete. And we came out with the Frontier Men's Complete. Why? Well, men, you're killing yourselves, right? Heart health, number one killer still for men, right? Prostate cancer, still the number one cancer for men. And the way you address it, well, some people will only take one thing, maybe in a multivitamin. What do? We addressed heart health. How? 100 milligrams of CoQ10 in a multivitamin. Unheard of. That's in here. We also put in support for nitric oxide. Right? Nitric oxide is for circulation. So now we're addressing both aspects of heart health: energy for the heart muscle, circulation for the cardiovascular system. We put in saw palmetto for the prostate. And this is the most complete men's multi on the market. No other multivitamin out there has those three components. Macro and micronutrients. Now, you might say I don't like taking a lot of pills. That's okay because we can get you all of the 90 essential nutrients in two formulas. The Ultimate Shake. This is a vegan protein and it has a full multivitamin, multi-mineral component, and it has a complete set of nutrients for liver and detoxification health. Help your liver process toxins. That's the Ultimate Shake. It's renamed, folks. It used to be. Bobby just tripped over something. It used to be Power Cleanse. It's now the Ultimate Shake. Well, we renamed it. It's the same formula, but it got a little confusing, and everybody thought it was only a cleanse. It's not. It's a full meal replacement. You add to that the protein greens, and you will get the 90 essential nutrients. You will get a complete meal every single time with these two. And they're powders. They mix well together. They taste delicious. And it's simple and easy, all in one. That's the macronutrients component that we need, that everybody is missing in the pyramid of health. Okay, what's the next rung of the pyramid? That is essential fatty acids. Oh, by the way, if you don't want the Ultimate Shake, we still have the Super Shake in the best way. So you got all these different flavors. Never have flavor fatigue. Always substitute. But essential fatty acids is next. Why? Well, because it's the number one most efficient nutrient in the world. In the world. So everybody's deficient. Now, a lot of people out there, say they eat their fish. Sorry, but a fish sandwich is on a Friday during Lent does not count. But if you're not eating a can of sardines every day, like me, or every other day, okay, and getting those great omegas, well, omega 3D, the number one omega on our shelf. Why? Because it's got 900 milligrams of EPA and DHA in two soft gels. It's got additional vitamin D. Everybody needs omega 3 fatty acids, brain health, heart health, emotional health. Every single cell in your body requires omega 3s. Every single cell in your body. Cholesterol, your brain, everybody requires it, and we're all deficient in it because the recommendation is 3 to 5 servings a day, 3 to 5 days a week. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, 3 to 5 servings a week of omega 3s, of a heavy omega 3 fatty acid fish. Nobody's getting that, unless you're eating sushi every night, and then you really have to detox. Watch those parasites. Omega 3 fatty acids, so important. Next on the rung, phytonutrients. Well, we made this simple for you too, because in addition to the greens, there's the purples, the reds, the oranges, all the pro colors. And they've all been modified and they've all been improved over the last year and a half to 2 years. Each one of them now has a very specific blend of key nutrients to help with some aspect of aging. Let's face it, that's what it's all about, isn't it? You have to age, but you don't have to get old. Now, I told you about the greens, but the key to the greens is that it has a patented form of glutathione called emothione. Emothione. It also has grapeseed extract in it. It has probiotics in it. This is the most complete greens there is. And the best tasting still. We still haven't lost a taste test with this greens. So add it to the pineapple coconut ultimate shake. You got a delicious meal. Greens is a great choice to use at home for a beverage for a meal. Let's say you don't have enough vegetables for that particular day. Then make this your beverage, not a can of soda, not a glass of milk, okay, not a stupid chemical laden drink. I mean, a good glass of organic wine goes a long way, but this could be the beverage for your meal. The reds, wow, the best tasting probably of them all, even though they're all delicious. Great eye health, great heart health components in there, patented research trademarked ingredients. The purples, all the exotic berries, we made it even better. Brain health, alpha GPC, L-carnosine, these are all in there. Resveratrol's all in there. This is the nutrient for healthy aging, the purples. And I think I'm going to do a aging one pretty soon here. I'm going to do a complete workshop on healthy aging. You like that? Okay, that's going to be my next one. I already have it written. I'm just going to touch it up a little bit. And then the oranges. The oranges, now if you need an energy drink, there's your drink. If your kids need one, there's their drink. You know, Tracy Straub, Dr. Tracy, had a great idea. Her kids, you know, her boys are playing baseball, playing football. They're out there. All the other kids are drinking Gatorade. And she knows how bad it is. But she didn't want her kids to not be part of the guys, right? So you know what she did? She got a bottle of Gatorade, dumped it down the sink, mixed up the Pro oranges, and put it in the bottle. What a great idea. All right, so they're there. They're part of the guys, but they're drinking healthy. You like that over there, Alicia? You gonna steal it? You got it. You can have it. Best way to do it. Great cellular energy, sustainable energy. No, no spike, no crash. Sustainable cellular energy. The oranges, great. Now, that takes us up to the top rung of the pyramid, and that's wellness solutions or condition-specific formulations. And we have 12 wellness solutions for all of the major issues and health conditions that we're faced with today. So you can choose from that. But you know what? Let's not choose from that until we secure the host, how we secure the terrain, get the foundations ready, make sure that you're emotionally and physically sound, make sure you're hydrated and eliminating, make sure you're moving your body, make sure you're thinking good thoughts, and then let's fortify your body. Let's fortify it with nutrients, and they even taste good. Supplementing your diet is the key, and that's what we do. Remember, you cannot live by food alone. You can survive, but you can't live. There's a difference. And that's another workshop that's got to come back. How to live till you die. Well, we got to bring that one back. Modify that a little bit. How to live till you die, or the subtitle. Phil, you like the subtitle, right? How to look good, feel good, and have great sex. The audience goes crazy. And I can't take credit for that subtitle. I had to take that one from Dr. Mitchell Genn down in Florida, but he let me have it. It was the title of his radio show. Anyhow, the wellness solutions provide the final piece of the puzzle, folks, and we can help you with that. We can help you with that down here at the Word of Wellness. Now we have our brand new functional nutritionist, Alicia, and Jeff Nisnik is here, and also Dr. Ross and Dr. Orbach. You've seen them all week. So we can help you with the wellness solutions, applying the ones that fit you. But make sure we get the foundation secured. Make sure you take care of the gut first. Make sure you then replenish and populate that gut with good bacteria. Get the enzymes you need to get the nutrients from your food. Make sure you get concentrated forms of macro and micronutrients. Make sure that you're getting quality essential fatty acids, not the stuff on the big box shelf. Because you go up there and you could take that to the clerk and say, can you show me a certificate of analysis for this? He's going to look at you with that dumb look, or she. You're not going to get it because you're not going to have it. They won't have it. Don't buy crap essential fatty acids. Don't buy crap vitamins either. Make sure you're getting some good micronutrients. Make sure you're getting good phytonutrients. And it's easy because we have them right here at the World of Wellness. And then we can help you with the specific conditions that you might be going through. So, the Great Pyramid of Health. I think it beats the pants off of the food pyramid. What do you think? Like it? All right. Well, that's it for today. That's it. We're rounding it up with that. I'm going to give a shameless plug here to my daughter, who's in a TV show called Dead and Buried Treasures. Check that out. She plays somebody on there, and I got her cup right here, and I have my Power Fuel in here right now. We didn't really get to Power Fuel, but we can do that on us. That deserves its whole workshop all in of itself. But we'll be back tomorrow. Phil, who do we have on the docket tomorrow? We have Dr. V, Maribel Verdialis from Atlanta, Georgia, the fertility expert, right? She'll be on. Who else? Oh, you don't have it. I have it right here. I have it. Tomorrow's Thursday. We have Mike Gallagher. We have Christine Glein. Yes, we don't have Dr. V. She's on Friday. We have Christine Glein, Jamie Dorley, and myself doing a roundtable. And then we have a live demo, which I will be doing for you, an Allego scan test live on the air to show you deficiencies and toxicities. That's all tomorrow, folks. So tune in. This is the World of Wellness. This is the James Weiner Memorial Wellness Week number 102. We hope to see you. Come on down. Is the bar open? Hey, the bar's always open. We're making smoothies. The food truck is here every day, 11 to 2 during the week, and 10, I think, or 10 to 3 on Saturday. So come on down. We want to see you. This is the World of Wellness. I'm Joe Messino. We'll see you soon.